question arises from where they come. So the question arises. There, many people have many different opinions. One, this is not related to other planets. This is the Earth, happening on the surface of the Earth. Somewhere coming from those flying saucers from the surface of the Earth. As some theory said, like Nazi flying that they're from Antarctica, so forth. Second opinion, Earth, but inside of the Earth. Third opinion must be coming from other planet. But that planet must be within this solar system because it cannot be so far because of distance. Planets in the solar system. Their opinion also become different. A must be nearby planets such as Venus or Mars. Or nearby planets. B must be ancient time came from the planets which was destroyed already. That is the fourth planet. From inside. From the inside. No, fifth planet. From the inside of solar system, counted from this. That planet has been destroyed. C, from the planet most outer of solar system. Outest planet. Beyond Pluto. Then fourth opinion. No, must be coming from other planets which not belonging to the solar system. Even maybe belonging in other galaxies too, not necessarily Milky Way, other planet or other galaxies. Then last, fifth one. No. Cannot consider all these things. Must be, that is, very different things, different place where we cannot conceive. That must be from different dimensions. Different dimensions. These opinions there. You may have different opinion more, your own ideas. Now, problem is, definitely those things existing, although many seeing or this and that may be, some cases that may not be real one, maybe imagination, maybe there, etc., but maybe some 8 out of 10 cases. But definitely 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 must be the real, true. Then from where they are coming? Anyone agree this? Seems no one. Yes? No? Yes? No? This one? Do you know this theory? This theory is very interesting theory. This theory is Earth is hollow. Hollow Earth theory. And according to this theory, Earth is like that, follow us. As rotate. North Pole, South Pole, respectively has hole. If we see from the top, Earth is there. Equator, hole. Then, many people may argue where the North Pole or like magnetic pole is 1 point. Whatever. This theory is saying no. Magnetic or North Pole is like that way. Magnetic pole like this. That means along here, along the edge, like that. Magnetic pole. Instead, 1 point, belt force. This is inside. So, when boat or whatever goes, then magnet going north, then start to magnet like this goes. Furthermore goes, magnet goes more, the pointing more towards south. Anyway, strange things happens in the north. So magnet doesn't work properly. It's a strange thing that happens. That everyone is experiencing, the all excavations. Besides, they say that many animals, such as mosquito or the fox, etc., when winter time comes, go toward more north. And as you go more and more, instead of feel cold, feel more warmer. And more goes without knowing, because this is long space. So without knowing, getting in towards this. When you come in a little bit like this, around these points, then new sun start to see. That is here, new sun. And that is shinings. Of course, much smaller sun and more dim, but all shining here. And there, ocean is there, as we have ocean here. And also mountain is there, continent is there. And there are many trees, many fruits, and supposed to be living giant, more giant. And these people were somewhat the ancient descendants from legendary, like Atlantis or Moon continent, whatever, also there. And between the surface, like Tibet or Egypt or Rocky Mountains, some area, like Shasta Mountain. You know Shasta Mountain, like Northern California, right? Shasta Mountains. And also some Mexico area, some Monte Grosso, you know Monte Grosso, that is Brazil, right? The Amazon area. And Mayas, Yucatan area. Various those areas had tunnels to go there, connected. And between also tunnel to tunnel also connected. And these ancient times tunnels, something like network underground goes. Some of them ruined, cannot go. And some of them we don't know where the entrance. And this world, they called the various names, such as Shangri-La or so forth, and various names from ancient time, and their very wise spiritual leaders, as well as their wise spiritual assistant, and wonderful civilization going on. And like ancient Inca people disappear, so forth, must be from the tunnels went there. Or sometimes happens on the earth, strange things. The people, village disappears. Some group of people disappears. Even after World War II, like Vietnam war times, about 2,000 Vietnamese in the jungles, all surrounded American troops. They vanished out. And these various things, they must be related to the tunnels or to that world, etc. Like Tibet, that temples, Dalai Lama's temples, must be underground or nearby, behind the mountains, tunnels there, and connected there also. And these things was believed long time by like Lama, one of Buddhism sects. Lama people. And that theory tells the flying saucer, UFO, coming from underground, coming out. So they fly mainly north to south, although sometimes zigzag goes, but mainly north to south. And then problems. Why then people do not notice, or airlines, airplane flying over this, why not notice the hole? That's a big argument. For that they say, because of magnet tells North Pole, means when they reach around here, then tell the North Pole they came. So from there they return. In other words, go to that, then now they think I'm reaching North Pole, so from there they go return or they go come back or something like that. So they never really know this. One of evidence which they present is Admiral Byrd's exploratory flight. Admiral Byrd is after the end of last World War, I think about 1950, 1952 or 53, around that time. The American, the admiral, he was ordered to explore northern area and also southern area later. While his troop air flight going on north and north and north and north, then they saw strange ocean which no map tells. And then soon they saw land and many trees growing, supposed to be, according to common sense, supposed to be maybe the Siberia, northern part of Siberia still. So shouldn't be like that. But many big trees, and not only that, many big animals, such as big elephant, etc. They saw that, and then they flight back. And Admiral Byrd announced, we saw strange, mysterious land in north. But as soon as he announced, that immediately closed information. But that announcement was publicly done. We saw the very strange land in the north, where many trees, big animals there. Some few years later, his troop went south. Again, very same kind of experience. And when Admiral Byrd and his troop came back, then newspaper, etc. came for this Antarctica, so forth. Then he said, I don't know, but the future, if Third World War comes, will be, next time is not only Soviet and America, but some kind of third force will join, intermingle. That third force is flying from north to south vertically. And as he talked more, again banned. Government prohibited one. So, not detailed informations. But he and his troop, somewhat believe or somewhat witnessed strange things north and south. Then you know that satellite flying. Some satellites go this way, or some satellites go this way, some satellites go north and south also. Then whether those satellites taking the pictures, whether there are some pictures which has a hole, it is very difficult. Thousands of pictures, all covered cloud. But several pictures, it happens, they happened, not crowded time shoot. Their hole is dark areas. Whether whole or not, that's a question of, but dark. In the supposed to be the central part of northern sea. That. And that theory tells this sun is making this aurora borealis. Aurora borealis. This reflection of lights. Also, that theory tells some Norways, father and sons, some many other goals, some experience. Norways, those fisherman and his son wanted to go around the oceans with small boat, moving. Then, for some reasons, they became more and more warm oceans. And while more and more going on, without knowing going on, then above the sky, ocean is there. Underneath ocean, water. Above the sky, also ocean. If it comes here, then here's the ocean also. Right? Huh? The Mongols, then they came again, land, big trees, big animals, etc. Meanwhile, their boat came across to the land. Then came out big man, giant. And giants, they helped them because they were so much, many days, so they were so much exhausted. So giant helped them, carried to his home, everything big, desk, this. And the giant gave fruits, so forth, but big fruits, like grape is like that. And anyway, they ate, right? And they stayed, right? Some time. Right? They stayed sometimes. And then when they wanted to, they told, right? They like to come back, they like to go back. Then giant said, why don't you go back much easy this way? So they came this way and came out. Then hurricane, storm, made their boat wrecked, and father drowned and killed, died. Son was nearby iceberg. He was there. Iceberg. Then their boat came. That is British boat or something. Okay. That boat surprisingly saw one person in the iceberg. So why he is there? Anyway, they took inside of the boat, helped. So he brought back to, I think, England. Then meanwhile, he was telling in the boat his own experience, and his father died. Both captains and people don't believe he's crazy. After he arrived in England, again he told many people he was crazy. He was brought to the psychiatric hospitals, and he was put there many years. So he learned he should not tell those things. Then some years later he was released. Then he came to America, and he went to California, and he lived a very humble life, and then he became very old, and then he was dying. At that time, as American, I forgot, correspondent or journalist or something, writers, I forgot. They became friends, and so that journalist supposed to be, they helping him, deathbed. Then that old person said, "This is real true stories. I didn't tell anyone because I was treated as a crazy person. But this is real stories. Long time ago, my father and I saw inside the story, inside the earth." And that journalist recorded that, later published it. That is smoked God or smoking God or something. That's this example. Anyway, from that stories, the flying saucer must be coming from inside. That is this theory. Now, other theories. Venus, Mars, or nearby planets. Recently, right, the rocket, right, to shoot surface of the Mars. Perhaps you saw the Boston Globe, so forth. Okay? Their picture of the Mars surface, and they put a question mark. This place, there are pyramids there. And among scientists, two different opinions. One group saying this must be artificially made pyramid. Another one saying, no, this must be naturally happened that way, that kind of shape. And Mars or Venus has been considered it's difficult to inhibit the peoples because temperatures, because towards more sun there, so temperature must be very high, so it's totally impossible. But recent studies saying Venus not so high temperature, not so high temperature. It appears high temperature, but underneath the cloud may not be high temperature. And not only Venus, Mars, it is now becoming facts. The moons, the base, UFO base there, moons, that's now becoming more like common the understandings. Definitely on the moon, UFO base there, this side and the other side also. And furthermore, this number 5 planet theory, this is this. Here the sun. then Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, then Jupiter. But between Mars to Jupiter, we know so-called asteroid belt. Asteroid belt. There are many small, fragmental, small things are running. This supposed to be, according to that theory, crushed, became into pieces, the old-time planet. And on this planet, let's call this number 5 planet. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planet. That planet supposed to be had high civilizations. And from that planet to the Earth, quite often visited other planet. But that planet's destroyed because of, one theory say, because of natural catastrophes. Another theory say because of atomic explosions, high technical explosions. And then became all these fragmental, thousands of fragments that is now going on. From time to time, that by gravities comes to the Mars, comes to the Earth, etc. Going. From here, before that is destroyed, the visited and visiting back, etc., must be have done. And one of the theories, fire is destroyed because that is go big, the comet, big comet passing through, and that was because of that destroyed. And they use the confirmation evidence as a confirmation, as evidence, the ancient mythological stories of Maya peoples, or Indo peoples, or Indian peoples, etc. They use that. Another, number C theories is beyond solar systems, 9 planets. Here the sun, suppose. Okay? Then Venus, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, etc. goes. Pluto is something angle different, last Pluto. Then other, Uranus or Neptune, etc. Pluto is different. It goes. More like the Then another planet, that's it, beyond Pluto, more different angles, another planet. Suppose planet X, planet X. This planet moves at angles. And that cycle is, as Alex said, approximately, the theory is saying approximately about 3,600 years, about 4,000 years cycle, this one. When they come nearby towards Earth, that more visiting is done. When far away, then visiting disappears, something. And this has much more high, civilized, highly developed one. That's idea. Number 4 idea is, before number 4, another strange idea is there. Please see this picture. This man. This is in the Isohara documents map. You can see this document is not totally lying, because like general shape North America, South America, and Greenland, also like Asia and Africa and Europe, general idea there. And very ancient, supposed to be existed, Tamiara or Mu continent, also there, Mioi or Tamiara. Supposed to be like Australia type of continents, also there. There about Far East, Japan area. From there, dots is there. And there is star, sun, something like sun type of star, shines. Dots. And this shows must be visiting or coming back between this somewhere star or something to here. Together with that story and documents tells, they call this Hitama. No, that means all. Kuni, that means country. He means sun or spirit, fire. Tama means ball. Hitama no kuni, sun ball country or fireball country or spirit ball country, country of spiritual ball or sun ball. And this earth they call soil country, country of soil. Comparing it, Hitama and the country of soil. The China, Japan call this earth Chikyu. Q. G means earth, soil. Soil, earth. Q means ball. Ball of soil, ball of earth. For that, this called hitama. Sun ball, earth soil ball, sun ball, or earth ball, sun ball. Then, one strange idea is, this must be the sun. This must be the earth. This is the earth, definitely. This must be the sun. But between sun and earth, how can have the transportation or communications? And sun must be at very high temperature burnings. For that, some different ideas, also very strange. That is, sun is not high temperature. As such, modern science is thinking. Sun's surface goes like corona, high flame going on. High flame going on. Right? Must be very high temperature. Present theory is hydrogen explosion constantly going on. Right? And hydrogen changing, therefore heavy atomic, like helium changing. And so helium is making more and more core. Hydrogen constant explosion becoming less and less hydrogen. Eventually, some million, billion years later, hydrogen all exploded out. Then helium ball become. At that time, no more sun shines. That kind of scientific theory is more like predominant theories. For that, no, this is not high temperature. This is something like aura. Aura. Or aurora borealis. Has no temperature. And from here, light particles or light or radiations after comes. When they reach Earth's atmosphere or Earth or solid matter or heavy dense gas form, then change into the temperature, high temperature. This itself has no high temperature. That is sharply contradictory, right, to the idea, present-day scientific ideas, of course. Okay? But very famous astronomical scientist, the Herschel, perhaps you know Herschel. Okay? He also built the astronomical telescope. So he died, of course, long time ago. Herschel thinks sun is not a high temperature. Rather, this sunshine is much colder. Then, of course, many astronomical scientists don't agree that. Okay? They think this high, very high temperature. And about, they think their temperature. surface of the sun about 6,000 degrees the centigrade. It's very high. Of course, everything melts away. But, and also this corona part, they figure out most probably about 1 million degrees temperature, very high temperature. Of course, everything immediately burnt away. However, strange things there. They are observing magnetic activity in the sun. But magnetic activities cease away under the high temperature. No magnetic activity happens. Yet, we are observing magnetic activity going on. Second, 1543 and also 1882, huge comet came to the near sun, and they enter into corona and pass through the corona. Both time happens. If this corona is, as science say, very high temperature, then this comet burnt away immediately. But not this comet, about 1 million kilometers pass the corona and pass through and flying continues. So, corona must be no high temperature. And corona, if something like aurora borealis, or we say key energy, right? Like carrion photography making those energy, aurora or key, okay? Then which has no temperature. Okay? If something like that, then theory thinks, why not can be able to live there. So ancient time, sun ball or shining ball must be sun, and between sun and earth must have some kinds of communication, transportation. Ancient documents also said emperor and his tribes of world community, 397 people, left mountain called Big White Mountain, this planet, this Earth, and flight up to the heavenly sun ball country by heavenly flying ship. Another place they say from heavenly sun country descended to this earth some people, some tribes, some group of peoples. Another place they say some emperor, that's a woman, empress on the earth, they became very angry because many bad things goes. Therefore, became angry flying up, departed Earth, returned to the heavenly sun country, and she hid herself to the rocky cave of heavenly sun ball country. These strange records also there. And they say tribes, races who believe their ancestors were connected with heavenly descended the race people from the sun. They use the flag of sun, like in Inca people, Japan people, Filipinos, or ancient like Indian people, etc. so forth, according to these theories. Then, this fourth theory they think not these solar systems. Some other theory also connected solar system, and this is they think in the Celestial Federation, something like World Federation, right? Celestial Federation is formed, like Star Wars Federation, and various planets, planetary habitants are the member of that federation, and these federation also have as member inhabitants of nearby Earth, like Venus, Mars, and other solar systems planets, as well as nearby solar system, as well as many solar systems in the Milky Way galaxy. And even outside of galaxy, next to galaxies. And Earth, they were hoping Earth inhabitants, that means mankind, also sometime future will join to the celestial federation. That kind of idea is there also. And for that, for the purpose of seeing how Earth is going on, how people's life is going on, how civilization going on, whether people destroy this Earth or not, they visit from time to time and collecting informations and gatherings, data, so forth. Without, again, active interference, but more information gatherings, etc. That kind of idea. Right? And so Mars, Venus, and other planets, there are many flying saucers here and there, flying ships here and there. And even some scientists, very serious scientists, thinks that some beyond this solar system, from some other planets, some other solar system, those flying objects may be coming. Of course, for that, sharp opposition is there because of so far distance. Even light, speed of light, takes years. Across the entire solar system, takes about 4 years. The solar system dimensions, right? That takes about 4 years. And so that should be That 4 years means including all cometary field, not only planetary field. Until that God reach next solar system, that is Alpha Centauri. From this center of this solar system to the next center of the next solar system center, Alpha Centauri. But takes about 4 years. So such kinds of distance, if we talk about other galaxies, etc., totally unthinkable. Yes, in other galaxies, in many other planets, millions of planets throughout the universe, out of trillions of planets, some millions may have inhabitants, some of them may have the very highly evolved the species and civilizations. But as far as UFO are concerned, coming from far distance galaxies, etc., is totally illogical. That is severe oppositions. They must be coming more near, either within solar system or nearby solar systems. From all those thinkings, one powerful one, yet no one can explain well, is some theories also escaping that using excuse because it's difficult to explain coming from within solar system's planet or from the sun or from nearby these galaxies, etc. So those people included think this must be other dimensions. That's other dimensions. Now we have to think that these things can exist or not. People who think other dimensions, but no one really can explain what is it, other dimension. So still big questions. However, it may be able to explain if we understand what space and time. Number one, spaces is not necessarily flat. Space is, first of all, three-dimensional. So far, our understanding is concerned. Three-dimensional, not flat. And spaces may not be space structure. It may not be just like that or like that, like that. In other words, three-dimensionally goes. Space may have some kinds of structure, form. Friends who have studied macrobiotics and its philosophy, which come from infinite no phenomena, appearing phenomena and creating life, genesis. That physicalization, materialization has been done in fourth form by spiralic way. space may be very well as spiralic way, space. Instead, just this way, that way, that way. Maybe very well spiralic way going on, space. As Einstein also said, although he didn't say spiral, but he said space must be curving. And if space go like this, then space moving identifiable space, which this way identifiable space, and also another space which is identifiable that way. In other words, two basic different space must be there, dimensionally speaking. Two dimensions in the space. If we are living one dimension, we cannot understand, we cannot see another dimensions of space. If we live this space, we cannot understand that space. In other words, if we are living within centripetal spirals, we cannot understand the things happening centrifugal spirals. We may be living in both spirals. However, in both spirals as one dimension, both spirals. However, at one time. However, our senses, our perception may be unable to grasp both of them, only one thing. Our senses is very narrow one. Even like, you know that some eyes, okay? I suppose. We can see this. We can see that. But if this become very fast, no longer we cannot see. Our senses just disappear. Our senses are very limited. They exist, but we cannot see this. Same things, smell, the hearings. If little high octave goes, right? Like 8 octave we can hear do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, and 8 different octaves. But more low, more high, already we cannot identify. Although there, wave is there, vibration there. Right? Same thing, taste. Certain taste, such as sweet, sours, etc., we can identify. But beyond that, we cannot identify. Same things, the colors. 7 colors we identify. But beyond that, both end, more the longer wave, more shorter wave, we cannot see it. Just become dark, okay? Emptiness. So, our senses is very narrow. So even though there, we cannot see. We don't see. We don't feel it. We cannot see it. Even we don't feel this sense, so we pass through that. without feeling any obstacles, even though there. These type of space, in other words, what we cannot understand, what we cannot perceive, space. Then, why not what we cannot perceive, planets or solar system may be there, must be there in all probabilities. And when suppose that planets or solar system, whatever, it's not necessarily far away. It may be very near. Maybe like moon or maybe like Mars or whatever, maybe very near. But we cannot conceive it. Even we use many modern machines which should interpret to the extent that our senses can see it, can read it. But may not be those things. Our all modern machine, which based upon our senses, cannot detect. For example, when flying saucer, if UFO, if hovering, or if certain speed, which modern machine can catch it, radar or whatever, then to that extent we can see it. But if this become very high speed, any more can catch. Or this becomes certain wavelengths, certain wavelengths far beyond our modern machine can catch it, then lose, disappear. Although there. So, this different dimension, you may say so, that beyond our perception, nearby or overlapping this solar system may exist very similar solar system and planet systems. And for example, if force goes like this, and if that force creates one spirals, then together with that, to make balance, other spiral appears. But if we are living in these spirals, we cannot understand these spirals, although they are nearby, just like sister, sister and brother. This solar system is suppose here, sun. Then like 9 planet goes, okay? It's done, let's suppose. But beyond these 9 planets, or if we include that most other planet, beyond that, we have a comet field. Some comet is running short cycles. How many years comet that Halley comet? Halley comet is coming this year, right? Halley comet. But other comet coming, right? All making around the sun goes. How many comets do you know? No one knows actually, but supposed to be 100 million comets. That comet, some is very, right? Like cycle is 70 years, like Halley comet. Some is much longer. Right? that comet, okay, is making various comets running like that. Okay? That means runnings, if we go like that, and becoming planetary field. In other words, solar system as a whole, huge spirals. Spirals. One comet go like that. Another comet go like that. Set. Okay? Huge spirals. What we are saying solar system as usual, that planetary field, that is something like core of this huge spirals. Core. Spirals. And then this spiral is which one? Coming in spirals or going out spirals? This is coming in spirals. Coming in spirals. So planets taking billions years, planets becoming distance, cycle becoming less and less. And more coming in, taking billions of years. And the comets change into the planet. Each planet change into the sun, melt into the sun. And constantly sun is fed by outer coming comets and planets. Then from there, this is we are seeing now. We are living that. We are acting that. Our senses, so forth, all equipped that way. But then from sun, solar radiation, solar wind come out. How come out? Do you know? Straight? Solar wind. Coming out spirally. That spirally coming out one, making another form of spirals, which going toward the outside. And that world, we cannot see, we cannot feel it. Except in the form of radiation. Radiation comes to the atmosphere, then we feel as temperature, so forth. So, this world which we are living, and that world is actually overlapping each other. Yet, if we call this world front, back world we cannot see. If we call this back world, the front world, we cannot see. And furthermore, that's a space constellation. Okay? Furthermore, let's put the time constellations. This solar system is not staying like that. on this space, this flat space. Solar system is running high speed, waving also, with speed of 300 kilometers per second, very high speed, 300 kilometers. So, when this run, these comets, etc., suppose, okay, here the sun runs. Sun actually runs like this way run, okay? Sun. Then suppose the sun runs like that. When sun is here, suppose Earth is there, right? Suppose. Running around, sun moves. So Earth moves also together. And Earth move around the sun, right? So opposite side, etc. So together with sun moves, Earth move also up and down, right? So as sun goes, Earth moves like that way. Same things, suppose more inner one, Venus, Mars, Mercury, suppose, move more like that. Venus move also little longer, but shorter cycle of the Earth. Like Jupiter moves more. The comet moves more. And very outer comet moves more. Big way. As a whole, bunch of waves are going. Bunch of waves. Then that bunch of waves, when they make, suppose if sun suppose any place, okay, because it goes this way. So always not here, solar systems like that. Always not same dimensions. Rather peripheral part goes this way. That. The comet field is go like that. Okay? Then there more planetary field. This type of shape. You know, when rocket goes like that, this high speed. Then, comet in our Earth is supposed here. Sun is suppose Pluto. Suppose here around. Time-wise, Pluto exists. Pluto's present, Earth's present means Pluto is past. Can you understand? If Earth present and Pluto is running, but Pluto is past, this is present. Then comet is far past. And when comet of Pluto reach present time of the Earth is moving already ahead. of course, sun is moving more ahead, time-wise. In other words, in one solar system, there is present, past, and future also there. Not only same time they are sharing, but different time sharing also. Same things. When this different time sharing goes, then you may consider future, past, at the same time existing in the one space. It's become more mystical. If we consider this past, then future also existing as already realities, already existing as realities in the same dimensional space. Then future is going to be experienced the sometime, which already existing there, and that will become past eventually. And so time means curving also. It may be difficult, but my explanation is long. Okay? It's if you feel difficult, my explanation is maybe long. You know the sign of yin and yang. That. This dimension change into this dimension change into that dimension, or whatever, if you think this way, dimension change. Okay? That means this. If you see this past, this is future. But future becomes the past becomes future. And if you see this one solar system, then this is backside of solar systems. If you see this is Earth, this is back Earth. Back. What I want to say is, beyond our senses and perception, beyond what we can detect, so-called through our modern science and technologies, there are other dimensions. And in that dimensions are overlapping with our dimensions here. And different time, different space goes. And within that different space and time, there are also other solar systems, other planets also going on. And when their phenomena enter into these dimensions, it's appeared and enter into this space, and space itself is overlapping. So, of course, very easily enter. When comes to our perceiving scale, then appears as a phenomenon. And if that go beyond our perceiving scale, then disappears as phenomena. So, if you understand it, or basically agree it, then you may think planets or solar system, whatever, where the flying saucer or UFO coming or disappearing to, maybe very near overlapped this solar systems. And there, although we cannot conceive, we cannot see, but planets were there, worlds were there, and so forth. And they knew how come to this dimension and how get out from these dimensions, and maybe doing that way. And ancient time, when we had world communities, apparently people who live on this earth also did understand other dimensions. And so there is a word there. Ken. Ken means Ken. This is Chinese, Japanese word, Ken Yu. Ken means appeared world, this word. Yu means hidden world. Ken Yu means exit, go out. New means coming in. Ji, zai. Ji means, jizai means free. Free. In other words, appeared world, the hidden world, go out, coming in, free. Freely going out, coming in, between appeared world and hidden world. Ken Yu Shitsunyu Jizai, they call. For that, trainings has been made as free man. That the people, that kind of people, call in Oriental countries, sending modern world, you may say free man, free person or free man. Usually live in the mountains, meditate, eating special wild food like pine noodles, etc., so forth. And in the wild meditations, their consciousness develops. Then, for him, eventually become this world, that world is one. So from this world, he can go that world. From that world, he can come back to this world. And that world, when he experiences that world called Senkyo, sphere of Sen, sphere of free man, sphere of free man, sphere of free man. And they or he go either flying, either by machine, or either walking, and or either by meditating itself without moving, because space is overlapping, dimension is overlapping. And in trance or in meditation, whole world, into him, this world vanished, new world he experienced. New mountains, new people, new palace or whatever. Then again, that world vanish and return to this world. that kind of from very old time that Sennin, or they call Shin, godly man, godly man. Godly man, or spiritual man. So, spiritual training or spiritual development is equal to experience other dimensions and this dimension freely. That's equal may become experience the world where so-called UFO originated or flyings. There are, right, here and there you hear the stories. While meditating or while praying, the trance, then his consciousness or he is brought to the other world, like moon or other world, and saw UFO, this and that, or he was brought to the UFO and experienced all the story there. But those stories are not only now, throughout centuries, many or some that people also experience by training spiritually. So, also they know how to call UFO. One very simple method. This stone circle, right? Same way, like other ways, stone is standing like that, right? Circles. There, that behind that, this is right? Stone is there, right? That stone's behind this, right? And this form or that form. Right? Several forms, but each stone in this case working like each stone, right? This Europe also those things there, right? Charging, then inside go, right? Spiralical electromagnetic field underground. If you put like that stone, okay? It's very interesting. Right? You create magnetic power here if you make circles. Same things, our body charge heaven and earth force. If we stand, shake hand, circle way goes. Then we are creating inside of the circle high magnetic power creates. If suppose people stand like that, eh? This is one way. Another way is people stand like that. Okay. People stand like that. Very high magnetic power arise, hand by hand. And if certain way breathe together, all together, and certain way all together think, same way, becoming this huge generating force. Sometimes central persons can't stand. Goes something like flying. That depends on breathing and thinkings. That future you can learn when I do that spiritual seminar we are doing on the Beckett Mountains, our retreat. But step by step we can learn towards various things. But anyway, either like that, like this, and concentrate certain way, certain image, your consciousness all together. Then you can call UFO. There, suppose on the surface of the earth, by your togetherness, circles or spirals, and also certain way breathe. That means heaven and earth force making it active, and the consciousness directing in certain way our thinkings, that telepathically communicate, give the force influence to other dimensions, so-called UFO dimensions. And so UFO flies. Those things possible. Because they, in order to make the ancient people, this contact, in order to make contact this world and the other world, they built throughout the world either pyramid or stone circle or this and that, generating electromagnetic powers, as well as generating special force which feed soil, making grains, cultivation very rich, at the same time feed to the other dimensions, making one world. Other dimension, this dimension. They use it. And in ancient one world, these stones, circle stone, pyramid, all over the world. All over. And at that time, encountering has been done very well, very easy. But that knowledge we have lost, especially for past 12,000 years. That is more and more declining our knowledge of that. Instead, more fragmental technological knowledge became developed. So for present day understandings, present day present-oriented science and studies cannot understand that world, that different dimensions. Same thing is present day. Medicines cannot understand meridian, energy flow, heaven and earth force, which has been used thousand years, which is one of a key connecting this world and that other dimensions, that's meridian structure, energy structure cannot understand. So, same things, macrobiotic approach is very difficult to be understood by present-day thinking. Because present-day thinking goes nutritional. That means analyzing this protein, how much, this mineral, how much, etc., 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 goes, and not see really food give you what kinds of life energies, what type of cooking, give what kinds of thinking, what kind of spirituality, and what kinds of combination gives you more free from this various phenomenal world, detach or attach, create certain image or not create other certain image, etc. This understanding of food alone is very difficult according to present theories or approach. But when you eat macrobiotic way, more and more time passed, then more and more brain open, more and more mind open, and start to feel other dimensions, life after death, and start to feel also like UFO, etc., as common things, and no strange things. And that is nothing but very close daily phenomena. Start to feel that way. And other dimension, this dimension, become just common, same day-to-day experience. And then you can understand, like ancient times, as mythology said, like when come to this planet, heavenly descending, then grains, etc., descended. Same way, the purpose of descending was built the peaceful earth. So you can understand macrobiotic education, macrobiotic movement is nothing but to realize their dreams. And we are working together with or without knowing, so-called ET. ET is our brothers and sisters. As long as we do realize, continue to realize, ET need not to interfere at all. And as long as, if we fail, that means this world more and more chaos, more and more critical, happening like world war or people are dying out, so forth, by degenerative disease, more and more chaotic economical disasters, civilizational disasters. And if that kinds of situations making atmospheric energies and all energy surroundings Earth make chaos, which this dimension, that dimension immediately involved, if that kind of crisis comes, naturally they interfere, of course. Regardless, one of the reasons we bought the setting out in the Berkshire, Beckett, 600 acres mountain land is there sometime future we can prepare the place where UFO can come, or while you are meditating you can contact other dimension also. Something like entrance to other dimension, other world, and exit to this world or whatever, or other world. mountain serene place. So please come all the time, any times, and join, especially spiritual seminars, spiritual training seminars, which will be made repeated in that bucket. Please. Okay, thank you very much.